Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, we are going to continue the last topic of measurement of matter, that is valency. So, what do we understand by valency? It's the capacity of an element to combine. Okay, now valency is indicated by a specific number. It can be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is the number of chemical bonds formed by one atom of that element with other atoms. For example, hydrogen can form one bond. So hydrogen's valency is 1, right? Similarly, sodium also can form one bond, so its valency is also 1. Also, we used certain laws of chemical combination to find out the valencies of different elements. Then later on in 20th century, we found out the relationship of valency of an element with its electronic configuration. Followed? So let's see here. For sodium atom, the electronic configuration is 281, right? Because its atomic number is 11. Now, 2 is the number of electrons present in the innermost shell, then in the next shell it is 8, and in the outermost shell it is 1. So once this one electron is free in the outermost shell, which can be given out, right, or which can be used for forming bond with some other element, like chlorine. In chlorine atom, the electronic configuration is 287 because its atomic number is 17. So, it can easily take up one electron to complete its octet. Octet means 8. Okay, so it needs to have 8 electrons to complete the shell. So, that one electron can be taken up from sodium atom. Followed? So that is why sodium will become positively charged because one electron is gone, and chloride ion will become negatively charged because it has taken one electron. Since electron is negatively charged, it will also get. Now, though the atom electron number increases in chloride ion, right? Though the charges on both the atoms are different, but the valency is same, right? So after the give and take of electrons is over, the electronic configuration of both the resulting ions has a complete octet. See, you can see on the right hand side of the arrow, sodium ion has 2 8 and chloride has 2 8 8. So both have completed their 8 electrons in the outermost shell, which is very important for the stability of an element, right? And now once sodium ion is formed, that is Na plus, and chloride ion is formed, Cl minus, these are opposite charges, so they will attract each other, forming a compound that is NaCl, sodium chloride, which is also called as common salt, right, which we eat every day. So thus a sodium atom has the capacity to give away one electron, while a chlorine atom has the capacity to take up one electron. This means that the valency of both the elements sodium and chlorine is 1. It is valency will never be plus or minus. It will be just a specific number, right? So chlorine can take up one electron, forming one bond. So it is having valency 1 because it can form one bond. Same is the case with sodium, because it can give out one electron and form one bond with any element, right? Now from this, the electronic definition of valency is as follows: the number of electrons that an atom of an element gives away or takes up while forming an ionic bond. Why ionic? Because it is forming ions, right, is called the valency of that element. Followed? That is the electronic definition. Now if you have to calculate the valency, how you will go about it? In the outermost shell, if the number of electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, that is its valency. But if the number of electrons increases, like it has 5 electrons or 6 electrons or 7 electrons, right, then it will be 8 minus 7. For example, see here, in chloride, in outermost shell, the valence electrons are 7. So it will be 8 minus 7 is equal to 1 will be the valency. If it would be 6, it would be 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. If it would be 5, it would be 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Followed? But if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, it will remain the same. So for example, sodium has 1 valence electron, so its valency is 1. Followed? Now here, the number of electrons that are given away or taken up is always a whole number. Of course, you cannot give half electron or 1/4 electron. That is not possible. Therefore, valency is always a whole number. You should always remember this. Valency will never be in points. It will always be a whole number. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Positively charged ions are called as cations, while negatively charged ions are called as anions. For example, magnesium chloride, that is MgCl2, contains magnesium and chloride as cation and anion respectively. The electrons present in the outermost orbit of an atom are called as valence electrons. Followed, you can try out for different elements what are the number of valence electrons and what is the valency of that particular element. It is given in your book. Now see, for example, here we will just try this out. For hydrogen, the atomic number is 1, its electronic configuration is 1, number of valence electrons is also 1, and its valency is also 1. That is simplest. If you move to the third element, that is lithium, third element in the periodic table, okay. So it will be 2, 1, because first shell can accommodate only 2 electrons, okay. So 2, 1, the valence electrons is how many? 1, and valency will also be 1. Nitrogen, its atomic number is 7, its electronic configuration is 2, 5, right. Now I told you if the number of valence electron is more than 4, then you have to subtract it from 8. So 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Here the number of valence electrons will be 5 in the table. it's not properly written. You please correct it. Valence electrons is 5, but valency is 3. Followed. In neon, which is a noble gas, very non-reactive element, its atomic number is 10. So its electronic configuration is 2, 8. It has got a very stable configuration. It does not need to form bonds, therefore. So valency will be 0. Followed. Silicon, its atomic number is 14. Its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 4. And valence electrons are 4. So valency will also be 4. Likewise, you can do for different elements. Now variable valency. This is a very important thing, important concept. Variable. When we say variable, it means something is changing. Here what is changing? Valency is changing. Certain elements under different conditions, they give away or take up different number of electrons depending upon the condition. Sometimes they will give up 1 electron, sometimes they might give up 2 electrons, right? In such cases, those elements exhibit more than one valency. So they show either 1 as valency or 2 as valency. We will see in different here metal ions. This property of elements is called as variable valency. So let's see the element's name. Copper, its symbol is Cu. Valency is 1 and 2. So one ion will be Cu plus, which will be called as cuprous, and one will be Cu2 plus. Now what is the difference between the two ions? Cu2 plus is called as cupric, okay? Cu plus will give away 1 electron, thus only one positive charge, whereas Cu2 plus can give away both the electrons in the outermost shell. That is why it is Cu2 plus. Same is with mercury also, which is Hg for hydrargyrum, right? Valency is 1 and 2, mercurous and mercuric. Same thing happens here also, either 1 electron or 2 electron, depending upon the conditions. Iron, here also 2 and 3 valency. So iron will be ferrous and ferric. Iron can give away 2 electrons or 3 electrons. So it will be Fe2 plus or Fe3 plus, right? Now these elements, they do exhibit variable valency. They are all metal here, copper, mercury and iron. So you can learn the name. Metals which exhibit variable valency are copper, mercury and iron. Please do remember this correctly. Thank you students for watching the video.